What is up, everybody? Today's my first narrated, recorded Wi-Fi battle against the passerby man Andres, male signal. Alright, I lead out with my Tyranitar. He leads out with his Mancentric. He Mega Evolves to Mega Mancentric to get the Intimidate and drop my attack. But I'm a defensive, impish, 252 HP, 252 defense. He goes for the Volt Switch. It really doesn't do much. I'm eating it up. And goes into his Melodic. See, now I go for my Stealth Rocks, which is the only thing I was concerned about doing with Tyranitar. That's the only really job he had to do throughout this battle. So the Melodic is going to outspeed me. Uses Scald. I'm kind of fearing the burn because I want to get some damage on this thing. So I go for the Stone Edge, and yes, he doesn't get the burn. Gets to take some of that Sandstorm damage. So again, I decide to switch out. At this time, I go into my Agatha, which is my Dusclops. At this time, I want to go to Will-O-Wisp for the first turn, but don't. And for that reason, fearing the Marvel skill. So he goes for the Skull, doesn't get the burn. Around this time, I go for the skill swap. After he uses the recovery, since outspeeds to gain that HP back. So now I go for the skill swap, and at this time I found out that it's competitive Melodic, not a Marvel skill one, which actually favors in my turn. So now I can actually burn it without fearing the defense increase from the Marvel skill ability. So around this time, still recovering. Goes for the Skull. I think it gets the burn here. Yes, it does, but it doesn't really matter to me. I go for the Will-O-Wisp, knowing that it has nothing to heal off of burn. So as turns go by, it's taking residual damage even if it recovers. So I'm not really too much worried about that. It goes for the Ice Beam, probably predicting a switch out, but I stayed in. I go for the Pain Split to recover some HP. I basically get damn near everything back. I'm not worried about it. I shouldn't be worried about it. So let's see what else he does now. I'm still in burn and goes for the recover. And I think at this turn I did a stupid play and went for Ice Punch. Yes, I know Ice Punch on the Dusclops is not really seen. Instead it's usually Fire Punch, but I put the Ice Punch for more coverage. So I think now this turn he switches, and yes he does. I think he goes out to Wifi, which I'm fearing it, but really not. Went for the Pain Split. It really didn't do much, so it didn't really help me out, but just gave me extra HP to live by. It goes for the knockoff with that boosted strength from the Eviolite that it knocked off. So I go for a skill swap, but it's kind of useless because I get the pickpocket. So still gone, but yeah. So now at this time, go out to my Surge, which is my Jolteon. Of course I was going for the obvious Thunderbolt, so he predicted that. Went to the Gliscor, which I wanted to go for the HP Ice, but I wasn't chancing it. So I switch out, go to my Starmie. At this time, he goes for Acrobatics, which I really never seen no one run an Acrobatics Gliscor, because now I know it's not a Poison Stall one. He switches out to his that tank, actually his Porygon 2. I know it's holding Eviolite, so I'm just gonna Scald away, hoping for a burn, which I really never get, and at the same time I'm taking Life Orb damage. So I go back out to my Tyranitar to set up back the Sand Stream to do sand damage. Yeah. He goes for Thunderbolt. I'm not really fearing it, so it's still, it's a goon, but goes for recover. I already know he's trying to stall out turns, which I'm still not really worried about. As long as I keep Stone Edging, that's all I need to do. Other than that, easy to read. He goes for the Tri-Attack, which I thought I was dead on this turn, but I ate it up. He took Sandstorm damage, and now I use Stone Edge. This pretty average battle. I think around this point he was still winning, far ahead, and I was falling way behind. I go for a Stone Edge again. Didn't get the crit. He goes for recover again. And now, since I said I might as well just fodder the T-Tar out, I'm not really worried. He already did his job. He goes for another Tri-Attack. Alright, took me out. I'm not worried about it. Ready to take that thing out sooner or later. I go to my Grumpy, which is my Conkeldor. I think I go for the knockoff. Yeah, I go for the knockoff, try to knock off Eviolite, but he switched to make him eccentric, get that intimidate, that attack drop, and of course I go for knockoff now. So I call him back because you know it ain't gonna really do much damage. I go into my Surge because he knows he's gonna use the Thunderbolt, which I absorb up nicely, so I'm not complaining. I go for my own Thunderbolt, and I get the crit, and I kind of believe that did matter, so I'm not complaining. Either way, he gets the burn in return, so now my air balloon is popped, and now ground attacks can hit me. He withdraws, going right back in the Gliscor. Of course, I go for the obvious Thunderbolt again, and you know what? I said skip it. I'm going for the HP Ice, you know, just in case he stays in. He does stay in, not knowing I'm HP Ice. I get the super effective damage, knock the Gliscor out, and at this turning point, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm coming back. Now, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna this Thunderbolt, knock out the Weavile. Has Fake Out and also the normal gem to strengthen it, which it knocked me out either way, even without the normal gem. So I send out my Grumpy. I misplayed right here. I should have went for the Mach Punch instead of the Drain Punch. So now I'm without an Assault Vest and I have damage on me. So I can't really do much. And that's it. He comes in with Nidoking. Well, not Nidoking, but comes in with Eccentric. I get the Mach Punch, knocking that out. I don't understand why. He could have kept it and 3-0'd me. But nah, I think it was 3-0 or 2-0. So now he comes up to his Nidoking. Nidoking, I know it's Scar, so he goes for the Sludge Bomb. Gets the crit, knocks me out in one hit. I'm like, alright. At this time, I go out for my Honchkrow, trying to go for Braver, but not Honchkrow, my Shuriken. He switches out to his Tank. I'm moving too fast and narrating, but around this time, I go for Skull, still trying to get the burn, but don't. So, of course, I go for another Skull again, taking it out and taking some more Life Orb damage. And at this point, he goes into his Melodic, knowing I really can't touch it because I really have nothing super effective against it. So I just go for the Stab Psyshock. You know, that's about a clean 30-40%. He goes for the Skull, leaves me with 11 HP. I have enough. It's still in the range of knocking out. I knock it out with another side shot, but I also take myself down with recoil damage from the Life Orb. So out goes the Melodic, out goes the Starmie, and basically we both already know what's coming, what we have left. I think at this time we're both 1-1. I go out with my Darkness, my Honchkrow. I went for the Braver, which I should have went for the Sucker Punch, but didn't. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, knocks me out. Good game. That's his win, 1-0. Too bad I couldn't battle him again, but hope y'all